Hello, my loves. So I was just driving to the store and I was thinking about this, this process that we're all going through basically all the time. And it's kind of like two things simultaneously happening. And there's an image of how I see it is like there's this like ball of light that is true self. There's no identity there, there's no personality there. There's just consciousness, awareness, creation, aliveness, the beingness. And then on the outside of that ball or right next to it is our person, our me, all the healing we're doing, all the new choices we're making, all the empowerment we're doing to have the life that we want, and all that creation and all that manifestation and all those choices and all that healing. And there's the idea that we shouldn't be doing any of that. We should just be this consciousness. And, or there could be the idea of that, right? Both are here, right? This true self that has no label, and then the part of us that's still healing ourselves, making choices, basically changing, like we're foundationally changing. And the light, the truth is like right behind that change. And we still are this person who's doing healing and changing and choosing and living this life. And they're both there. And that light within we could say just gets bigger and bigger. And it affects the us that's healing and doing all these choices. And as we do all these choices, it lets us rest more deeply in this real, the what's real behind everything. And yet it all matters. It's all part of it. And let's simply say, like, if you're somebody or somebody that has massive trauma, it's really hard for them to just focus on the light, right? Just stay in the light when their system is so full of trauma and fear, right? You can't just bypass that. You can't spiritualize it and be like, well, I'm just this true self, so therefore there's no trauma. That's just not real. And so it's important for somebody who's in that space to be able to feel safe and address that trauma and start healing it so they can relax, right? They can relax into this deeper self. So we either heal, we could say, from the inside out or the outside in. All is really the same thing. And there's nothing wrong with still being this person that's doing healing, because that's where we're at. Maybe one day we won't be. But until that day, who's to say? Who's to say what our path is? Just honor your experience. Honor what's real. Don't pretend, don't spiritualize it. Just let it all be. Just let it be exactly what it is until it shifts or doesn't shift, right? All right, my loves, that's what I want to say. Love you a lot. Bye-bye.